What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Steve Austin talks wrestling return at WrestleMania 39, the WWE is highly interested in bringing back former top WWE stars, Bray Wyatt's big demand for a WWE return, a Hall of Famer is in bad health, a former WWE superstar cited at the Performance Center, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at Steve Austin discussing an in-ring return for WrestleMania 39. Atop in the news today is a report that Stone Cold Steve Austin may return at next year's Showcase of the Immortals, and his match at WrestleMania 38 might not have been his final match. Austin, who surprised fans with an impressive no-holds-barred match at WrestleMania 38 against Kevin Owens, spoke about the match as well as whether he'll show up at WrestleMania 39. He appeared on the Brewbound podcast, noting, "For me to participate at WrestleMania 38, if you had told me you're going to be a part of WrestleMania 38, not only that you're going to main event night 1, I would have said you're full of shit and you're crazy. There I was in Dallas, Texas, headlining the event on day 1. To some fans' surprise and many fans' delight, Austin worked an extended match battling KO at the AT&T Stadium for nearly 14 minutes. However, as to whether he'll wrestle at 2023's Mania, Austin explained, "Never say never, but I would imagine within the scope of that show, it's going to be a big show in a big-time city. It'll be a 2-night event again. I'm sure I'm done wrestling per se, but as part of WWE, I can't imagine that I won't be there in some capacity. I'm not booking myself on the show because I didn't book myself on 38. That's a Vince McMahon thing, and I have a great relationship with him. If I get the call, I'll be there." Austin's match with Owens was symbolic, as he stated on the Kevin Owens show that he started wrestling in Dallas, so why not end his career in Dallas? While it was evident that during the match that the aging process had caught up with the bionic redneck, Austin still looked good, as he also looked great at night 2 when he confronted Mr. McMahon and Austin Theory. The only downside to another Austin match would be if it's not as good as the WrestleMania 38 match. It's rare that wrestlers get to go out on a strong note, preserving their legacy in the process. Nonetheless, it sounds like Austin is ready to rumble should Vince McMahon call upon him. Do you think that was Austin's last match at WrestleMania 38? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE interested in bringing back former top WWE stars. There's interesting rumors surrounding FTR, aka Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, as the WWE is said to be highly interested in bringing them back to WWE. Nonetheless, there may be some obstacles preventing this from happening. Fightful Select reports WWE has expressed interest internally about possibly bringing back the team formerly known as the Revival. In 2019, the two passed up what were then huge offers of $850,000 each, with Mark Corono even mentioning that he could possibly get them $1 million each before they left for All Elite Wrestling. WWE is unable to approach FTR directly. However, Wrestling News' Paul Davis reports FTR won't be heading to the WWE in 2022. Despite reported interest from WWE, it does not look like FTR will be going anywhere, at least not this year. As for why, well, Davis pointed out they did not say when their deals were up, but they debuted on AEW Dynamite on May 27th, 2020, which means that of May 2022 would be around the 2-year marker when they signed with their company. Since AEW has picked up the 1-year option, that likely means they could not negotiate with other companies until May 2023. FTR started off strong in AEW, winning the AEW Tag Team Championships and joining forces with MJF's faction, The Pinnacle. FTR seemed to fall off the radar, leading to talk that they might not be happy with their direction in AEW. However, they have returned to the spotlight, winning the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship and the AAA World Tag Team Championship. A rumor has it that Bret Hart might manage the team, which could help Wheeler and Harwood in their quest for their second AEW World Tag Team Championship. Next up, Bray Wyatt's big demand for a WWE return. Now, Father Mike Rotunda recently commented that both his sons Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas aren't finished with wrestling. Bray also commented on Instagram not too far back that he can't imagine a life without pro wrestling. Now, does this mean that Bray might be brought back to the WWE? Well, Meltzer recently tweeted, "I know it's my site, but WWE would be interested in almost any top AEW act right now. Also, AEW would be interested in virtually any WWE top act right now." And many fans thought that the WWE acted rashly in releasing Wyatt in 2021 given his popularity and merchandise sales. And many fans believed it was only a matter of time before AEW signed Wyatt, but Meltzer commented on what may be keeping the WWE and AEW from signing him. his asking price is very high. And Wyatt is said to be busy with a horror project and may take a wait-and-see attitude about whether AEW or WWE meets his asking price. He might be asking for an outrageous price just because he's less interested in wrestling right now than pursuing other ventures and would only return for a ridiculous amount. If Wyatt was to return, it would be interesting to see if The Fiend returned, and if so, how the WWE would book him. One of the problems with booking Bray Wyatt's demonic doppelganger was that the character was portrayed as nearly invincible, making it difficult to book him in matches. Nevertheless, The Fiend could get a great revival for Edge's new faction, or perhaps even join him as the power behind the throne. Next up, Jake the Snake Roberts claims the WWE Hall of Famer is in bad health. A WWE Hall of Famer Ricky the Dragon Steamboat may be in bad health, at least according to Jake the Snake Roberts. Roberts, who appeared on the DDP Snake Pit podcast, recently revealed Steamboat is dealing with medical issues. To be honest with you, I know Steamboat's having issues right now. I hope to hell it wasn't what I did. I really do, man, because that haunts me. That's beginning to haunt me a lot. Ricky, if you're listening, you know I never meant to do that. I didn't want to do that. I begged you not to do that. I just pray for you, man. He's a good dude, man. Now, Roberts didn't specify what Steamboat's issues are, but long-time fans know what incident Roberts is referring to, the infamous angle on the 1986 edition of Saturday Night's Main Event where Roberts DDT'd Steamboat on the concrete floor. Now, although Roberts was reluctant to do so for fear of injuring Steamboat, the Dragon insisted on taking the move and he failed to protect himself properly and was legitimately knocked out. Roberts still recalls that moment vividly and at the time thought Steamboat was dead. I was surprised he wasn't, because where his head hit, it was a god-awful sound. It was like a watermelon being thrown on concrete. It popped like something broke. It took 2 weeks for his eyes to turn black. It swelled up 4 inches. Roberts said Steamboat was dead weight and that he heard himself throwing the unconscious wrestler into the ring. Reading between the lines, it's easy to imagine Ricky Steamboat dealing with possibly memory issues that could be the result of one or more concussions. But as fans know, these are the risks that wrestlers take in the long term. Whatever Steamboat's ailment, we send our thoughts and prayers to Ricky Steamboat. Next up, a former WWE superstar sighting at the Performance Center. And what's next for former NXT superstar Johnny Gargano? Gargano, whose WWE contract expired last December, has been enjoying paternity leave with wife Candice LeRae and their newborn child. Gargano, the first ever NXT Triple Crown champion, was seen at the Performance Center recently, but it's unknown if he was just visiting old friends or working on a return to the company. He was taken off NXT television in an injury angle, leaving the door open for a return or writing him off for the time being. Although he said he wants to get back in the ring at some point, there's no word on when or where he'll wrestle. Would you guys like to see him back in NXT? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, Cody Rhodes wants to bring an old title back. And last but not least, Cody Rhodes has made his desire to win the WWE's Undisputed Championship quite clear, but that's not his only dream, as he also wants to bring back one of the most iconic versions of the WWE's World Championship. If you follow the American Nightmare on social media, you know he's repeatedly talked about wanting to bring back the classic Winged Eagle belt, referring to that and the NWA television title as his 2 favourite belt designs. Now, the Winged Eagle title debuted in 1988 at the historic Main Event Primetime Wrestling special on NBC, and then lasted until 1998 when the belt was presented to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, for now, Cody will have to concentrate on winning the belt before he talks to Vince McMahon about bringing the iconic belt back. Would you guys like to see it brought back? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.